powerhouse, Australia, in the FIBA Asia Cup. Yep. Oh boy.
And we've also got the latest from the knockout semifinals of the PVL on tour.
Thank you for holding the fort. Sorry.
Welcome back.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Tintalo.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves Philip. Dribble puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Knocking another one. Macunas rejecting Espejo for the point.
Well, a rematch. 7 years in the making. I know that smile check. Yes, it's Gilas Pilipinas set to battle two-time defending champion Australia in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Asia Cup in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Their knockout match will happen tomorrow, 7 p.m. Philippine time. Mark your calendars. That is August 13th, Wednesday, Philippine time. You can catch it, of course, live on One Sports Plus, on PBA Rush, and the Pilipinas Live app. This will be the first time Gilas Pilipinas and Australia will face each other in FIBA play since this infamous game, this bench-clearing brawl during the World Cup qualifiers in 2018. Yes, it's been that long. Officials had to eject 9 Gilas players and 4 from Australia in that particular game. The game was abandoned eventually with less than 2 minutes to go in the third quarter because Gilas no longer had enough players in their lineup. Australia was given the win with a final score at 89-53. Overall, the Philippines and Australia have faced each other 6 times in FIBA tournaments. And the Philippines has only had 1 victory. That was way back in 1974 when the World Cup was still known then as the FIBA World Championship.
Gilas Pilipinas wouldn't even be in the FIBA Asia Cup quarterfinals had it not been for their comeback victory over Saudi Arabia in the qualification round. One Sports' Carlo Pamintuan tells us more about this instant classic that saw the short-handed Philippine team stun the tournament host.
Salamat, Brownlee.
After surviving one do-or-die game, it was straight into the next one for Gilas Pilipinas men, but it would be against a tougher foe this time in the host country, Saudi Arabia. While the Philippines holds wins against Saudi Arabia in FIBA competition, they have pulled out all the stops and upgraded their lineup for their hosting of the FIBA Asia Cup 2025. Gilas finally got the good start that they were yearning for as Justin Brownlee, AJ Edu, Kevin Kiambao, and Dwight Ramos all hit 3-point shots in the first 10 minutes to give Gilas a 25-15 advantage. To start the second period though, it would be Saudi Arabia's turn to heat up from long range as former Michigan Wolverine Muhammad Ali Abdurrahman capped a 9-0 run all on threes to force an early Gilas timeout. Unfortunately for Gilas, CJ Perez suffered a sprained ankle that knocked him out of the game for good. Perez will join Calvin Oftana on the injured list for Gilas Pilipinas. After momentarily losing the lead, Gilas got it right back before the end of the period. Scotty Thompson's layup gave the Philippines a 40-37 halftime advantage. Saudi Arabia then drastically changed their offense in the third quarter as they went almost exclusively to their big man Mohamed Al-Suwailem. It looked like Saudi Arabia will hold the lead into the final quarter, but buckets from Edu and Chris Newsom kept Gilas afloat 60-59. Carl Tamayo made his presence felt early in the final quarter with back-to-back buckets. But Abdurrahman and Al-Suwailem took turns hitting big shots for the hosts. Gilas was on the ropes after another Al-Suwailem bucket. gave Saudi Arabia a 77-71 lead with only 93 seconds remaining. However, Justin Brownlee will swoop in and save the day for the Philippines once more. He made a free throw, picked up an offensive rebound, and sank a mid-range jumper on the very next play. AJ Edu helped out by getting a bucket to trim the deficit down to 177-76. But also Wailem hit a putback off an air ball to give them a 3-point advantage. With a game on the line, Brownlee stepped up and did what he does best.
We were fortunate that we were able to get the ball back and have a chance to tie it with 3 seconds to go. You know, we just ran our old play for Justin that he's familiar with, and we got the switch that we wanted. Got a little smaller guy on him, and he was able to get a shot up over the top. It's exactly the same play we ran a few years ago to win a championship in the club level.
When overtime came, it was the youngsters' turn to play hero as Kiambao and Edu hit pivotal threes to help Gilas pick up the win 95-88.
First of all, thank you kay God na nagkaroon kami ng opportunity na makabawi despite na mainit yung run nila ng fourth quarter, and ayun lang, next man up lang kami, dalawang personnel na wala sa amin ngayon, and then ayun lang, tiwala lang sa system ni Coach Tim and sa lahat na sumusuporta sa Pilipinas ngayon.
It seemed dead and over, but yeah, we had to keep fighting. JB did what JB does, man, and that was fun to witness. I've never been part of that, so to see that was awesome, man, and man, just so happy. And also thank you to the Lord, man.
We was a little down, you know, especially being here at Saudi. That's their home and home crowd, and the atmosphere was great. But and they came out and played very well. I gotta give them a lot of credit. They really gave us a hard-fought game. But I say our fans was the biggest reason to give us that spark towards the end of the game and to make us keep going.
Just really proud of our guys. Yeah, we didn't quit. You know, we had some leads that we gave up, but they didn't quit either. You know, so again, that's why it was an epic game. Both teams battled to the very end.
The Philippines now arrange a duel against Australia in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Asia Cup 2025. From Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Carlo Pamintuan.
Before that win by Gilas, their Group D tormentor Chinese Taipei also advanced to the FIBA Asia Cup quarterfinals. Taipei banked on a huge third quarter to defeat Jordan 78-64. Adam Hinton led the way for Taipei with 18 points. They will next face Group B top seed Iran on Thursday. Right now, South Korea and Guam are currently facing off for that right to take on China in the quarterfinals. Then later at midnight, Japan will battle Lebanon in the final qualification game for the quarters. The winner of that will play New Zealand.
Meantime, the Philippine women's football team is also heading into a must-win match tomorrow in the 2025 ASEAN MSIG Serenity Cup. The Filipinas have to beat Myanmar in their final Group B match to keep their title defense alive. Kickoff is scheduled for 8:30 p.m. The Filipinas are coming off a tough 1-0 loss to Australia's under-23 squad. With a 1-1 record in Group B, the Philippine team can't afford another slip-up. The Aussies are already at 2-1 after blanking Timor-Leste. The top two teams advance to the crossover semifinals, where Group A leaders Thailand and Vietnam already await. Coming up, we've got action from the PVL On Tour semifinals. Updates on today's do-or-die games when play-by-play returns right here on One News.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play only on One News. Gilas Pilipinas is now in the quarterfinals of the FIBA Asia Cup. They picked up 2 straight wins to stay alive in the tournament and advance to yet another knockout match, this time against mighty Australia.
A trio of basketball analysts were on starting lineup to talk about the Gilas win over Saudi Arabia as well as the upcoming match against the Boomers tomorrow. Let's watch this.
I have not seen, I cannot recall somebody like him in Gilas before. And that's why he's really been a game changer for us. And of course, Kai's not yet here.
Yeah.
But when you look at the future and you put AJ, Edu, and Kai together, that's going to be dynamite. They will dominate Asia soon.
I feel like a lot of fans have been clamoring for more minutes for KQ, and he repaid the trust. 31 minutes, 17 points. He made some big plays in overtime as well, and not just his shooting. It's also his vision. He was able to get into the paint and had that crucial pass to AJ Edu under the basket.
But we had to be bailed out, KT, in that game. We were down 6, if I'm not mistaken, 77-71. At one point, we made the comeback. JB made the shot. Tell me about your thoughts about that and then going into overtime where he caught fire still.
We were talking about it earlier, another one. How many classic JB moments have we had? Some against us, me and Tyler being in the PBA.
A lot.
We've witnessed it firsthand. But what a luxury it is for us to have someone like that on our team. Obviously giving it his all every night. Sometimes it doesn't go his way, talking about JB, but we know we can count on him to make big shots when it's time, because it's proven time and time again. So we're not really surprised by it anymore. We're really just happy, and again, it goes our way.
The easy answer is JB did, his magic, especially in overtime. But what are we not seeing in this win from your standpoint that fans have to see, that take notice here from a basketball standpoint?
I think every matchup is different, but I think the attention to detail was there a bit more in this game. Again, like how they're defending the ball screens, how they're blowing up the handoffs. Those kind of minute little details make a difference in the long game.
Katie, I'll start with you because you mentioned Australia already. What are the biggest concerns going into that match? Things that, let's make it two-part. Things that concern you, things that look very positive.
Things that concern me, I think, is their height. Across the board.
Australia's height,
yeah.
Right.
Speaking of height, my former teammate who I played with in New Zealand, Xavier Cooks, 6'8", starts the game at the 4, but he's naturally bringing down the rebound and bringing the ball coast to coast. So I think matchup for Gilas in that sense might be a bit tricky, but no doubt Tim Cone will have it all figured out.
Okay, and positives going into the Australia match?
I also think we match up really well with their guards. A lot of them are shooters, but then also we have great defenders like Scotty Thompson, Chris Newsom. We're going to match up really well with their guards, and I'm sure the boys will bring their intensity right from the get-go, knowing it is a knockout game. And 7 years ago since we've played them, so it's been a long time between games between our two countries, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Tai, what about you, your observations?
Just to add on to the height factor that KT mentioned, I think Australia is known to be way bigger than us, more physical, but I feel like this team that we have right now is one of the biggest that we've ever had also. So controlling the rebounds is going to be a big factor because the past 2 wins, we won the rebounding battle. So if we want to win against Australia, I feel like that's something that we really need to focus on.
Okay, Coach Mark, what about you?
If you haven't been watching Australia in this tournament, the good news is, if you're a regular fan, Josh Giddey is not there.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And Dyson Daniels is not there. I mean, those guys are not there. The Lapidova, whoever, Ingles, they're not there. This is a young team. I think it's only McVeigh who's the veteran in this. So this is a young team. But the bad news is this is a very good young team. And one thing that they can really do is shoot the three-pointer very well. They're shooting at 42%, high volume, high percentage. And the international game is based on the three-pointer. That's why these two guys can play in for Gilas soon. Because they can shoot the basket. I would vouch for the two of them.
There you go.
Because they can shoot it. If you can, that's the name of the games. That's why for Gilas, the most important thing is to be able to control the three-point shooting of Australia. If Australia makes 14, 15 threes at 40%,
we're in trouble.
There's no way we win that game.
Can we defend it? Because we've had issues.
We have
going back to Chinese Taipei, New Zealand, diba?
We have to. Of course, maybe a little bit of luck. Maybe they will catch them on a bad night.
So what's the solution?
We're going to have to switch hard. So to take away the shooting. Yesterday we were only playing one shooter in Abdul Rahman.
Correct.
This is different.
Yeah.
Multiple
as
shooters.
Katie said, all of these are 6'7", 6'8" guys who can shoot from the outside. So there will be a lot of switching for sure, and hard switches to take away the 3-pointer of this team.
Moving on to volleyball, the Cherry Tigo Crossovers are back in the PVL Finals for the first time in 4 years. That's after they took down the Signal HD Spikers once again, this time in the knockout semifinals of the preseason tilt. It took Cherry Tigo 4 sets to get the win, 25-17, 16-25, 25-21, and 25-23. After building a 6-2 start in the fourth set and leading by as many as 6, the Crossovers did have to weather a late Signal rally that cut the gap to just 1 at 22-23. Amy Hernandez stepped up to put the Crossovers at match point before Ara Galang sealed the victory with a cross-court kill. Galang finished with 15 points on 14 attacks and a block to earn Player of the Game honors. Cherry Tigo last played in the PVL Finals in 2021 when they won the Open Conference, the league's inaugural pro tournament.
Unang thank you sa nakaka-proud yung mga newborn team players namin, yung kasama ko sa coaching staff, tapos yung mga media, gano'n. Masaya kasi hindi naman talaga madali yung pinagdadaanan namin. Especially this past few days, merong mga players talaga na hindi nakakagit sa play kasi may sakit. Sa amin kasi ang rule namin, kahit may simpleng codes ka, talaga hindi ka nakakagad natin. So, mga adjustment, medyo kailangan mag-isipang adjustment yung nangyari. Plus, bukod pa dun sa mga players na present sa training, meron pa rin silang kailangan sa mga injuries pa nila. Diba? So, yun, buti lang na manage natin siya. And ito na, ito yung resulta. Maraming salamat.
Thank you, Coach. And best player of the
Sobrang saya. Sobrang saya lang ng nararamdaman ko. Pero, parang, hindi, ngayon siguro mag-enjoy. Pero on to next na rin, ayoko rin tumigil dito. I mean, nasa finals na kami. So, yung opportunity, gusto ko lang talaga i-grab. Pero masaya.
Sabi ko po sa yung mga natirang Cherry na nag-champion dati, tsaka kay Ma'am Ada, sabi ko talaga sa wakas. Kasi sobrang tagal din talaga namin inantay, tsaka pinagtrabahuan na makapunta ulit dito. So, ayun. Mag-enjoy kami ngayon, tapos trabaho ulit kami bukas para sa Sunday.
Meantime, the PLDT high-speed hitters and the Creamline Cool Smashers are currently battling it out for that last slot in the PVL On Tour Finals. The high-speed hitters survive an extended first set, 27-25. But the Cool Smashers came out firing in the second to claim a 25-22 win and level the match at a set apiece. Third set is currently ongoing. The winner will face the Cherry Tigo Crossovers on Sunday already at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. Coming up, Cristiano Ronaldo scores a huge goal off the pitch. Find out more about the football stars' engagement when play-by-play returns. Only here on One News. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Play by Play only here on One News. Feels good to be back. Here we go. Well, you know it. Time for the highlight reel featuring Gilas Pilipinas and Saudi Arabia beating the home country in the FIBA Asia Cup to advance to the quarters. Let's get right into it. Okay, Dwight Ramos taps it. Edu has it. We go way back in the first quarter here. Brownlee all the way for the slam. Nobody home there. Quick first move by JB, attacking the hole right away. Noticing nobody on defense. Scotty, the Brownlee, force kahit nakapikit pa silang dalawa, kayang-kaya nila, but they can connect very well the two Ginebra teammates. Nice pass by Scotty to the streaking Brownlee all the way to the hole. That's one of Scotty's 4 assists, by the way. He also had 4 points, 10 of rebounds, and 4 of those offensive. More on JB mamaya. Antayin nyo lang. Meanwhile, let's go to the next play. Here's Brownlee on the attack. 4 minutes to go in the second. Oh, nice pass there to Edu, the big man. Edu's defender left there, and Edu knows what to do. Look at the pick and roll. Good roll to the basket by Edu for the two-handed slam. More highlights from AJ on this next one. Another slam here. Here's Dwight surveying the floor. Off to KQ. And Cambao attacks. We know the big man can pass. Seeing the other big-to-big action. KQ, that's what he does. The passing, court vision over to Edu. Drawing the defense was Kiambao to get Edu's man. And a slam underneath by AJ for the flush. Edu, wow na naman. He makes that rim shake. And KQ, by the way, that's one of his 3 assists. KQ also had 17 points. Big game for KQ here. Edu had 17 markers as well, along with 12 rebounds and a block. He was just a crucial, vital cog in this crucial game against Saudi Arabia. Okay, more from Gilas. Khalid Gabar, the bounce pass. Oh, blocked there by Junmar. And then Gilas gets it. Tamayo over to Junmar. The big man pass fake. And then goes to Carl Tamayo. Only one. Actually, hinihingi ng traveling. And even the bench of Saudi Arabia asking for a traveling violation. Kayo judge, ayun, yun yung hinihingi. Kung nag-travel ba daw si Junmar nung pag-pass fake. But hindi naman tinawag. So, yeah, maybe a fake. Hindi traveling yun. Pilipino tayo. Fajardo had 6 points, 4 assists. Tamayo had 5 points, 2 rebounds. Tatawa ka. Of course, last play, kailangan pa ba natin i-memorize yan? Sabi nga nila, Scotty, over to Brownlee for the tie! Bang! Bang! Salamat, Mr. Justin Brownlee with 3.7 to go. Brownlee, well defended, and then some daylight, was able to gather. Take a look at this defense. A little shove there, and then knocking down the 3. Gilas eventually found their bearings. This 3, by the way, sent it into overtime. Look at that. Whew. And Gilas, as I said, found their bearings in overtime, scored a 95-88 win against the home team, Saudi Arabia. Big win for Gilas. That gets us into the quarterfinals of the FIBA Asia Cup. Justin Noipi, of course, leading the way. 29 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists for a naturalized player. Up next for Gilas, Australia. The Boomers, they will face at 7 p.m. tomorrow. This will be their first matchup since that 2018 infamous brawl here in the Philippines. Laban Pilipinas, puso. Good luck. Talo natin Australia. Check.
And before we go, we've seen football superstar Cristiano Ronaldo score many goals before, but none bigger than this personal one. Ronaldo is now engaged to his longtime partner Georgina Rodriguez as she shared the news on social media with a photo of a large ring and the caption in Spanish. Whoa. Yes, I do in this and in all my lives. The couple first met 9 years ago in Madrid, back when CR7 was still playing for the home club Real Madrid. They already have 2 children together, including their youngest daughter Bella, born in April 2022. Congratulations to the happy couple!
Cristiano Ronaldo, man.
That's
He's winning in
was
life.
an
Ano bang wala
infinity
siya?
stone, yes?
Oo nga eh. Alam mo yung nung pinanganak si Cristiano Ronaldo, parang nung nagpaulan ng blessing si Lord, pogi, ganda katawan, football. Di ba lahat na meron eh, superstar. Lahat eh. Bakit? Oh, hindi nga ako. Kahit height, kinulang. Di ba? Parang sana man lang, di ba? But congratulations to Cristiano Ronaldo and to his longtime partner,
they've
as
been
you said,
together
to
for a
Gina
while.
Rodriguez. Oo nga eh. You know, I thought talaga at some point kasal na sila. I really thought.
Well, kasi they have kids naman and
Yes,
they
yes.
really
Oh.
were together.
For a long time na. So, doon naman papunta yan. Anyway, kami, papunta na sa pauwi na. That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We're also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live.
I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litoncalo. Thank you for watching. Good night.